Husband cheated on me 2 weeks after the birth of our son. This is my first post ever on Reddit, so hopefully I'm doing this right. This is going to be a long one. I apologize in advance. My STBXH, 30M, and I, 30F, have been married for 8 years. We have 2 sons together. Oldest is 2 years and youngest is 5 months old. I left him immediately in April 2022 after finding out that he'd been cheating on me with a younger, much skinnier woman 2 weeks after the birth of my son, which was around March 2021. My husband started picking up more and more overnights at work, even after promising while I was pregnant with my older son that he would ask his boss to lessen the overnight jobs since we're having a baby soon. He used to FaceTime me while he was on his overnight trips, but after the birth of our older son, that stopped completely. Also, when we'd visit my family, who lives 3 hours away from us, my husband would leave their house early in the morning and wouldn't come back until late in the night. It bothered my parents and me, but I let it go. I later found out that AP lives less than 10 minutes from my parents. After my son's birth, he would start petty arguments with me and constantly throw the divorce card around, and would say that our marriage would be so much better if I wasn't depressed/anxious all the time. I went through severe PPD and PPA after the birth of my son due to infertility and miscarriages prior. I would cry and beg him not to file for divorce and tell him that I would try to fix myself so we could have a happier marriage. He was never like this at all before having a baby, so I chalked it up to the stress and lack of sleep after a new baby. Even though he never got up during the night nor really helped much with the baby. Fast forward to April 2022. I received a Facebook Messenger call from AP's husband letting me know that my husband and AP have been seeing each other for over a year. But he recently found out. OBS found my husband's Facebook, which showed he was still married to me. That's how he was able to find me. I asked my husband if this was true and he proceeded to just stare at me blankly, then said, "The marriage is over, sell the house." I wailed and cried the entire night. The next day I called my dad and asked him to come pick me and my then 1-year-old son. I've been living with my parents ever since. My parents absolutely hate his guts and is banned from entering their home. I don't blame them. Apparently my STBXH and AP were going to leave each other's spouses and get married. I also found out that AP is also illegal, so I'm sure she's only with my husband to get her green card. I found out shortly after leaving my husband that I was pregnant. He wanted me to abort the baby because he can't afford child support for 2 kids. Oh well. I went though with the pregnancy and I now have an amazing 5-month-old. My husband was not in the delivery room and did not meet him until last week. He also did not ask me about how the pregnancy was going, how our sons were doing, etc. He would visit our older son once every 6 weeks. Back in November I filed for divorce. 1 week after my husband was served the divorce papers, I received an email from my lawyer's office that he's contesting the divorce. Great. He's seeking half the house and 50% custody of the kids. He feels that paying $1,255 a month for 2 kids is too much money and he has a life to live too. Meanwhile, he spends thousands of dollars a month on AP. Oh, and here's the kicker. He's not sure if the second baby is his, so he's seeking a paternity test. What a joke. We have a court date coming up in a few weeks and to be honest, I'm so nervous. I can't believe this is my life now. I feel hopeless. Please tell me it gets better.